you kind of have to look at what's the fundamental differences between them, right? Like, look at supply, and how much is out versus, how much is going to be coming out in the future. Like Optimism, Arbitrum, right? They still have a lot of supply that's yet to come out. So as those prices go up, they can the price actually can get kind of slowed down, right. By people selling because there's a lot of supply. But so that's one thing. Then also, what's the difference between a layer 1 and a layer 2? A layer 2 is kind of at the behest of the layer 1 it's connected to, right? In this case, Ethereum. Whereas PulseChain, although it is a copy of Ethereum, it can decide whether it copies Ethereum on any updates or whether it goes its own way. And so I think the ability to kind of do its own thing and be a lot more autonomous is a bigger strength overall, as long as people are developing on it.
You guys had conversations where people were like, hey, Arbitrum, like, why would I go to PulseChain? Arbitrum, obviously. Polygon, yeah, maybe, but Arbitrum, that's the place. Maybe I had discussions with people where they're like, they love some L1, and you're like, but this PulseChain thing, there's something to it, but how do you communicate that?
I mean, we try, how do I say it? Like, we usually break the students down in terms of like, leave your preconceived notions at the door and stuff like that. This is really how things are right here. We're here to make money, right? And it's the sort of thing they could have. If you want those bags, you definitely have them. But we believe that having a bag of PulseChain is a sort of really great idea in terms of a portfolio and stuff, because we have found that it's why we've been such good onboarders is basically we've onboarded with honey instead of vinegar, basically, where you don't have to be this because we'd say so. No, you don't have to. You do what you want to do, man. I'm just saying that this is what we're really hyper interested in. And then people see how passionate we are, and they're like, all right, I'll check it out. Holy shit, it looks pretty cool. But we also tell them to make other plays, and then we teach them that there's a rotation game. Now, it doesn't sometimes like especially with our ecosystem, how it is, it's truly a DeFi coin in terms of an ecosystem. You sometimes don't think you're a part of the rotation, but there is a large capital rotation that happens. It might be just money from one ecosystem it could be maybe BNB money rotating in, or it could be more or less just because everyone's secretly in other coins without saying, and then those coins go up a lot, and they're like, damn, and they feel a wealth effect, and they bring capital into PulseChain, which then starts dragging the prices up. It could be one or two big whales that make a ton of money on BNB, or on Solana or this, and then saying like, let me boost up, because this is something I would do too. I mean, if I made a shit ton of money, if I had like tens of millions of dollars, and I was like, well, all right, let me allocate $5 million over here to this side of my portfolio into this, because it hasn't pumped yet, because I know it's going to pump at some point, and it's just wealth begets wealth is kind of what happens and stuff. So there's a lot of that's also why, like, once money flows out of this ecosystem, it usually comes down because these whales and these other people took profits still higher than where they left them and stuff, and then money rotates. This rotation game becomes quite more apparent the later you get into the cycles and stuff. Like during the last 3 months of the last bull run, I mean, it was so apparent. Literally, it's like, oh, the capital came in, boom, boom, boom. It was literally just one right after the other. Like, 3 weeks of like massive pumps. And then it would just continue on, and then it would just rotate back like this. And sometimes you could tell that there was like some large whales that were running like a 5L1 sort of like chain gang, essentially, and other ones where they were in these. And I'm serious, yeah. I mean,
yeah, and they were the ones who, one of them may be still looking at not getting extradited.
Yeah. I mean, there was acronyms and stuff like phone and stuff, which is like Phantom Harmony, Arbitrum, and all these other ones and stuff. So they would make, just like we have FANG stocks, the Nifty 50s back in the 50s, like you would have all these names, you'd have the names for all these, sort of mags, which is in now and stuff like that. So it just ends up becoming, as soon as they can put some acronym on it and stuff for a trade, then people start doing that and stuff. So a lot of copy trading going on, but regardless or not, it is, at the end of the day, I love using this in the classes, is like poker chips. Like right now we're playing with $5 poker chips. And then after a year, they're $100 poker chips, and people will still be playing around on the table